find a way, gotta find a way. I know I'ma make it one day, make it one day. I wanna see a meal before I die. I gotta get paid, I gotta get paid. And I be feeling lost, I ain't gon' lie, I gotta find a way, gotta find a way. Making sacrifices, chasing paper to make it flip. And I know it makes me neglect some close relationships, but I gotta stay focused while I'm dream chasing. I know I'ma make it one day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the time is now. The very first episode of Money Making Monday here at Max Effort Studio. I got a very special guest with me, Miss Oceana Kalanda, straight out of Charleston, South Carolina. Military vet, entrepreneur, fitness guru, Wonder Woman, all of the above. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, I'll let you go ahead. Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, what's up, y'all? Thank you for having me. Money Making Mondays. I love that, right?
Yep.
I'm already sipping this wine, baby. So, excuse me if these words get a little slurred. Toast to it.
Toast.
But no, you pretty much said it, right there. Been in the Army for 12 years now.
Okay.
Certified personal trainer. And now I have just started my fitness brand called Imperial Impression. So we've been up for 3 months.
Okay.
And I've been loving the ride. It's been a roller coaster, but I've been loving it.
Okay. So as you all can see, I'm wearing Imperial Impression. She's wearing Imperial Impression.
Okay, let them
And also, we have a sweatshirt by Imperial Impression. And what I can tell you is the material, the fabric, the way it fits, I'm loving it. So
yeah, you looking spicy in that thing too. You looking good.
Make sure y'all be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna add her social media accounts to this video. So be sure to check out that. Yeah. So let's get right into it. So how did you come up with the name Imperial Impression, and what does that mean to you?
Okay. So I listened to a lot of Nipsey Hussle, right? So it was one interview where I was listening to him, and basically he was just like, the highest human act is to inspire, right? Yeah. So basically, if you are inspired by someone, obviously they left some sort of impression on you, right? So then I just started thinking, I was literally thinking about this last year. I think it was like in June, and at 9 o'clock at night, I'm just writing down thoughts. Sometimes that's when you have your best thoughts, is at night, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
After you've been on a little bit of wine and stuff. So anyways, started listening to him, started writing down my ideas, and I knew that, I just wanted to give something tangible to the world, right? So I took what he said, and then I started thinking about, we're really like kings and queens walking this earth, right? So what syllable is with kings, queens, royalty, right? And I thought about it, imperial. So that's how I put the two together, Imperial Impression. So that's how I came up with the name.
It's very funny and interesting that you said that you wanted to give something back to the people, to the community, right? And so, I'm actually pretty excited and glad that you're my very first guest to this series that I got going, because that's also what I wanted to do, right? I want to spotlight people, especially people of color, that's doing great things outside of the norm, like music, athletics, things like that. I want to inspire people to do things. I want to show them that, hey, you could do this and you can still be cool. You could do this and still be fly. You know what I'm saying? You don't just because you smart don't mean you're a nerd. Like, it's cool to be something different. You know what I'm saying? So I like the way your mindset is going with that.
Yeah, you got to.
So let me ask you this. You said you've been in the military for 12 years.
12 years.
So how was that being a full-time military member? How was that managing, what's it like to manage that and your entrepreneurship?
Oh, it's been a challenge, right? It's been a challenge. So within my military career, also I'm a warrant officer, right? So a lot of people come to me for technical advice. If they can't figure something out, basically you're the subject matter expert of that particular field. I do HR, right? So if I have my name associated with any product that I push out or anything, it has to be grade A. It has to be quality work. It has to be A1, right? So from 9 to 5, basically, I'm focused. I'm solely focused on my military job, and it can get rough because I answer a lot of emails, a lot of calls, and face-to-face contact, right? It's customer service. So, let's just go about my whole day.
Okay.
So in the morning, I'm a certified personal trainer, so I wake up and I train people, and then from 9 to 5, I go to work. After that, I train people again. Then I got to train myself. And then I go home to work on my business.
Okay.
So by the time I get home, like, I'm not even gonna hold you, like, I'm brain dead. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still building up energy to try to think of ways to continue to be creative, to push out content, and to stay relevant within the business and stuff like that. It's been going great so far, but it is certain challenges and stuff like that that I have to, you know, oversee and get through. But it's just a work in progress.
Yeah, I think I know the vibes as well, you know, because like yourself, right? I'm also in the military, and I also manage a video production company as well. Let's toast to it.
Let's toast to that. Okay.
You know, and I think one of the things that what separates people from being successful and unsuccessful is just finding that time, making that time, and pushing through when you're tired. You know, because I hear a lot of times people like, "Oh, I'm tired. I want to just relax." I'm like, "That's cool, but you can relax. But what you're going to sacrifice is, you know, while you're relaxing, somebody else is out there grinding, getting it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
the grind never stops.
it never stops.
The grind never stops.
Like, so being tired, this is like you just got to push through it, right?
You just got to push through it.
And do you think the military has taught you how to like push through it and just, you know, say, fuck it, I'm gonna grind it out?
Oh, for sure. In the military, it's a hurry up and wait game. So same thing like in the business, you know what I'm saying? You want to hurry up, push out certain products and stuff like that. And it's a hurry up and wait to see how people will receive it. So it's definitely taught me patience. I would say that.
Okay.
I'm still working on patience. You know, in my 30s, I'm still working on patience. But it's just a work in progress.
Of course,
you know, you
gotta
gotta
stay
the course. You gotta stay the course. Stick with it.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So from the start of when you first had the idea of, hey, I want to put out an athletic brand, like talk to me about from the start, the concept phase to your first launch. Let's talk about that. How was that? How was that journey?
It took me, the journey was long, but it was so worth it, right? It literally took me a year from concept to launch. So like I said, I started thinking about the brand in June of last year, and I knew nothing about having a business, let alone, you know, doing clothing, right? Yeah. And I didn't have anyone, family members or stuff like that, who I could reach out to and say, well, hey, how do you do this, that, and third? So what I did was YouTube and Google University. They taught me a lot. If you guys want to know anything about whatever your niche is, whatever, YouTube and Google University, right? Yeah. So basically, I had a couple of names, right? So how I started was, okay, my name, Oceana, it means no boundaries. So that was my first name, was No Boundaries, right? And then I think I had like Firm Fitness, Muscle Memory, and then like the last one was Imperial Impression. So I went to work the next day, and I went on the test website to see if those names were available. None of them were, except for Imperial Impression, right? So I wanted my business to be legit, right? It's my first one, and like I said, I like to put out quality. I didn't just want to put out anything just to say, oh, I did it and people can buy it, right? Because it won't last that way. So I remember going out to DC, shout out to my homeboy Doug, and he helped me with my LLC, right? So went up there, this was in January that I did the LLC. October is when it finally made it through, you know, the whole USPTO office and everything. So it is officially trademarked now.
Can we toast to that?
Yeah, we can.
Let's toast to that.
So, you know, oh yeah. So that's that. So I did that part or whatever, and then I started looking at the different fabrics. So I knew about material, but not the depths of it, right? So it's certain stitching lines that you have to pay attention to. It's a plethora of materials, you know, certain fabrics and stuff like that. Then you have to have like a high level of GSM inside the leggings, so like females' underwear won't show. The printing, you know, it's different printings. You have sublimation, heat press, was embossed, you know. So it's just a lot of things that you have to learn. So I would just go home after the gym and sit on YouTube and just research. And then I would outsource to different people, all my friends and stuff like that, and say, hey, how do you like this material? What do you think about this outfit? And they'll provide me with, you know, positive feedback, say yay or nay and stuff like that. And now comes time for actually finding a vendor. Okay. A manufacturer, finding a quality one was damn near like the hardest thing to do, right? Okay. So you know, you can go on Alibaba, or what I did was I went on there, and I went on, I think it was IG, and I just like searched, you know, quality vendors, manufacturers, and stuff like that. The very first one I found, I was talking to him, I think he was out of Pakistan or something like that. Talking to him, he gave me a sample of what I wanted, right? Did the whole design up, what I wanted, and everything like that. The sample was quality. It was good. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm rocking with him. Like he did me good, right? So then I sent back for like a bulk order. I forget like the quantity, but when I received the bulk order, it was trash.
So
it was
quality.
Trash. It was trash as shit. I don't even know what happened. So like that was like $800 down the drain. You know, I flipped and I got my money back.
Yeah.
You know, but
still, that's time and money.
Yeah. So then I tried to like hit him back up on like WhatsApp, all these, you know, try to contact him. Gone.
Wow.
So you know, he got us licked or whatever, right? But it's a lesson.
He might be from Atlanta if we keeping it real. He's certified finesse.
Right.
Yeah.
So he got me. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Lesson learned. That's one of the lessons, right? So end up finding a great manufacturer. So that's another key. Just find you a good manufacturer. Constant communication with him or her, whatever. And from there, you know, I did my whole designs and everything like that. So yeah, it really took me a year, and I launched July 16th.
Okay.
So it took me about a year from concept to launch.
Okay,
but I wanted everything to be right. That's why it took me so long.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with that, you know, because like you said, right?
Yeah.
It's about quality, you know what I mean? Like you could put out something that had been just like a t-shirt. Because I'll give you an example. When I was over in Korea, I bought a t-shirt, a Juneteenth t-shirt from this lady. She was selling them. And, you know, I wanted to support my black people, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But when I got the t-shirt, it was just a Hanes t-shirt with some hot pressed over it. I'm just like, I didn't really appreciate it because I don't even wear Hanes t-shirts. You know
right.
It's not that I didn't appreciate the service. I didn't appreciate the product. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I probably wouldn't shop with her again because I know this is the type of material that she uses. So I definitely respect you going out of your way and making sure that your customers get the best of the best.
Yes, for sure.
So let me ask you this though. Yeah. So what made you say, you know what, you know, you got all these different type of brands. You can do, you know, like casual things. What made you to go into fitness gear?
So I believe that everybody has a purpose, right? Everybody has a purpose. And then you have certain passions that lead you to your purpose. Your passions may change, but your purpose remains the same, right? That's the constant. So for the last 10, 12 years, my passion has always been fitness, but it started off being fashion, right? So I remember doing, back in like high school, doing a couple fashion shows for a teacher that I had at the time. And that's when I really got into fashion. You know, I'm 5'9". What everybody say when they see me? Oh, you play basketball? Yeah. No, baby. You don't want me on nobody's court, right? You don't. So, I mean, I got into fashion. Yeah. You know, I'm pretty good at that. I can do that. So, I started off with fashion, did a couple of fashion shows, you know, runway, print, modeling, all that stuff, and I was really into it. Yeah. But then it wasn't until, I think it was 2010, 2011, I got deployed to Iraq. Okay. And on night shift, you know, it was really nothing to do. You know, I was, I think, on Facebook all the time, on the phone with my family and my friends, stuff like that. I was bored. So then it was like a group of guys who would always go to the gym, you know, at night. So I started going to the gym with them. They was like, hey, you want to go to the gym with us? So that's when I really honed in and I started to pick up the passion for fitness. Okay. And then from there, I just kept upping it. I kept scaling. I kept seeing what it's doing for my body. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I saw what it was doing for others. And I was just like, damn, you look good, you feel good. I like it. So then eventually I just put the two together, my two passions, fitness and fashion. And I was like, okay, I like this. I'm good at this. You know, when you put on something nice and cute and you go to the gym, it motivates you to want to work out harder. You know what I'm saying? You start seeing your muscles popping and all that stuff.
I can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? You definitely, like the saying is, look good, feel good, perform good, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm feeling what you're saying.
So then that's when I was like, all right, it's go time. Let me just do it. Let me just give something tangible to the world and see how they respond, and it's just time. So that's how I came up with a fitness/athleisure brand. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah. I'm ready for the men's line to drop because I will be shopping very consistently. I might be #1 customer, so we're gonna have to look out for me on the site.
I got you.
So let me ask you this: what separates Imperial Impression from other athletic brands?
Okay, so for all my designs are like custom made, right?
Yeah.
So really, and I can't draw, but I try to illustrate as best as I can. And my designs really come from my head, and I just get my little pen and, you know, I'm drawing, even with some color pencils, like I'm drawing the colors out. I send it to my manufacturer, you know, he does a mock-up, and then he sends it to me, and I say yay or nay, change this line, make this line over here, whatever. So, and I pick the different materials, the stitching, all that stuff, the print. So they're custom design pieces. They're not something that you can go on the site and say, oh, I saw she got this from this way, she got this from, no, they're all custom, right? And then, you know, no disrespect to any of those other brands or like name brand brands, you know, I think they're all the best at what they do. But honestly, I think for right now, the only difference that really separates us is popularity and longevity. Those name brands have been out forever, right? I've only been in business for 3 months. So I'm not a name brand yet, but you know, I'll get there. I'll get there. Just keep going. Just keep going. Like you said about the shirt earlier, right? So what if you were selling a white t-shirt for like $5 and it had like the same print on it and everything, and then your competitor or somebody else was selling the same white t-shirt for $5, same print and everything. Now it's a decision of, who do I shop with? Do I shop with Matt or do I shop with his competitor? So then you go for the person that you feel, you know, more tied to. You know, I like what you do. I support your cause. I feel more personable with you. So I'm gonna shop with you versus your competitor. So it's all about personality too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So let's switch gears a little bit.
Yeah.
So we talked about, you know, being that you in the military, a lot of your time is being consumed at work, and then when you're not at work, you're training others and you're training yourself. So how much time does that leave for dating? And how does being an entrepreneur and a full-time military member affect your dating life? How does that work? Oh wow, we're gonna take a sip to that? Oh Lord.
Dating.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
Yeah.
In 2021, what is dating?
That's
like,
a very good question.
The dating pool got piss in it. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever, right? I've been single for like, I think the past 3.5 years, right? And within that time period, I've really just been dating myself, learning who I am as a person. So when that person does come around, you know, I can give him my better, you know, the better version of me. I'm extremely busy. With all those things that you just mentioned, I am extremely busy. But you make time for who you want to make time for. That's a fact, right?
For sure.
Now, I'm not opposed to it. Like, if the right man does come across me, you know, come across my path, and our energy is reciprocated, then yeah, I'm all for it. But as of right now, Oceana is just focused on her business, work, and career. I
feel like we live in the same life. I really do, because so I've been single since December 2018. Yeah. And in that time, I was like, because before that, I didn't feel like I had enough time to like really focus on me or the things that I want to do, right? Yeah. And I didn't really have any sense of like direction on what's next, right? And so what I've learned over the last 3 years, maybe you could relate to this as well. It's like, well, I figured out what makes me tick, what I'm good at, what I respond to differently. For sure. Yeah. And like how you said, it's like I got all these things I want to accomplish. It's like, man, I just don't have time to consistently like if the right person comes along, but like little like bullshit relationships I used to entertain. Yeah. It's like I don't really care for that no more.
Yeah,
you know
a couple from time to time.
Yeah.
We answer the phone for each other from time to time.
Exactly.
We link up from time to time. Nah, yeah, I feel you, and just that's important too, because so many people get in and out of a relationship, you know, because of the fear of being alone. But within that time frame, they're not really healing or learning who they truly are. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give your time to rest, figure out who you are first.
Yeah, and then you like you value yourself and your time a lot more, right? Because it's like when opportunity comes up, it's like, oh, I'm all right, I'm cool on that. Yeah. But in the past, you would have been on that, you know what I'm saying, you've been out at that party or out with such and such, you know what I'm saying?
Call the girls, get them ready.
Exactly. You know so yeah, I definitely feel what you're coming from, because like I said, I've been on the same thing. Like, I'm either at work, at the gym, working on videos. Yeah. Or I'm grinding. Or I'm trying to get some rest in where I can.
Grinding.
You know
yeah.
So let me ask you this. What advice would you give to the next Oceana or the next, person that wants to come in and start up their own brand, whether it be fashion or music, or anything that they want to do entrepreneurship wise, but they feel like, man, I don't have no time or anything like that. What would your advice be for them?
Really, like whatever is your niche, you know what I'm saying, just hone in on that. If you don't know anything about it, besides the fact that you love it and you want to give it out there to the world, like I said, like YouTube it, research it, you know what I'm saying, especially if you want to put out something quality wise, and go get, you know, your license and stuff like that. But don't stop, embrace the suck, you know what I'm saying, because it's a journey. And then just be able to, you know, revolve yourself around like-minded individuals, you know what I'm saying? Constant learning, constant education, continue to grow and find ways to be creative and just don't stop.
So when you say embrace the suck, because some of our viewers out there probably aren't military members, so I don't want them to get the wrong idea. Can you explain to them what embrace the suck means?
Embrace the challenges, you know what I'm saying, basically. So sometimes you're gonna have days where your sales are slow. Sometimes you're gonna have days where your sales are non-existent. So basically, you know, just keep going. Just keep going. Don't stop, you know? That's it. Okay.
So what can we expect from Imperial Impression in the future?
So in the immediate future, what we have right now is, as you're wearing, one of our t-shirts. So the men's line is dropping soon. Really soon. Okay. I'm so passionate about the men's line, just as the same as I was about the females line. So I'm doing a whole video release for that. So that's really soon. And then of course, next spring or summer, I'm dropping swimwear.
Oh, wow, that's gonna be dope.
That's gonna be spicy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Like I said earlier, I'm definitely switching it up. I used to go with one brand, but I think now it's looking like Imperial Impression is gonna be my go-to brand for the foreseeable future. Like I said, I'm loving the way this feels. You gave this to me to wear for the interview. I'm like, I might have to keep this with me. I might have to, this might have to be mine, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I'm definitely digging it. And like I said, it's very special to have you on this show because I think we have a lot of similar opinions on entrepreneurship and just life in general. And so I appreciate you being on the show today, being my very first guest, you know what I'm saying?
No problem. Thank you for having me. I love the ambiance. I might have to steal that candle if you steal that shirt. Okay?
We're going to have to negotiate about that.
Okay.
We got to do some little negotiations, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's all for today's episode. Hope you guys all enjoyed.
Yes.
Tune in next week for the next episode of Money Making Monday.